Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Shelf Warmers. And I'm Sam.
And I'm Andrew. It's everyone's favorite podcast so much that they stopped listening because they couldn't handle us. It was too much. They said we're too obsessed.
Yeah, they didn't want to spoil themselves, so they're like, let's just not listen to this podcast for
too much.
Weeks.
Too much of something good can be a bad thing.
Oh, our producer Bash has just informed us that actually our numbers are on the rise. So
you hear that, folks? If you call in now to the Shelf Warmers Telethon, $3,000 will be donated tonight to researching BBLs.
That's right. That's all we care about here.
We want to put our money where our asses are.
Yeah, that's right. Shelf Warmers. Put your money where your ass is.
AKA the BBL shelf. Because if you get one big enough, you can stack some Blu-rays on
it. This bit is like coming to you so easily. You're just grabbing these ideas.
I'm not gonna lie, I was just at improv. I'm warmed up. I'm ready to go. I'm lubricated, oiled, whatever you want to say.
But this is still the podcast where we watch and discuss movies, of course. From roughly,
in case you were wondering, it's still the podcast.
It's still the podcast.
It's not changed. It's not changed yet.
It's not all BBLs. Yeah, from roughly 2012 to 2020. I don't know if I talked to you about this. I was wondering if we just do roughly the 2010s.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that official?
We don't need to start on an argument, but
what? I wasn't.
But sometimes when I pitch you something, like it's like
Okay.
that feeling when you're like, oh, dude, you gotta check out this movie. It's so good, and then your friend comes back to you 6 months later, is like, bro, have you seen this movie? It's like the most fire movie ever, and you're like, I tried to get you to watch that. Like, I sent you a link to it on Letterboxd, bro, and you're like, and he's like, oh, I forgot, man. It's just like, but you make me feel disgusting when you do that.
Well, listen, here's the thing. If it was up to me, and I've said this, it would be movies from roughly 2015 to 2018. And I understand that's limiting. I understand. And I think
so you want that, but now you're just saying it's roughly the 2010s.
I'm saying if we're gonna go earlier, then
so why don't you pick a lane, buddy?
Well, that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing, and we will be discussing movies from roughly the 2010s, also known as the pump and dump period of Hollywood. Not exactly a golden age, mind you. I always throw in the mind you, and I know it's not written. I
like it though.
Mind you,
though. Yeah,
but definitely a time of high fertility for Tinseltown.
So fertile, in fact, that we did not see many of the movies produced. So if they're good, bad, or just meh, we're going to cover them all. If it's been sitting on the shelf, well, Sam, it's time to take it down. What are we taking down today?
Well, today we're covering Old Man and the Gun is a 2018 American biographical crime film. And it was written by David Lowery and directed by David Lowery.
That's funny that they're doing that song, because the thing that I have prepared for later, I was going to sing that song.
Really?
In literally almost the same exact way.
That's a little tease. We call that a tease in this podcast business. And stay tuned.
It's called Chekhov's Old Man and the Gun.
Yeah. Old Man and the Gun, which IMDb told me. I don't know if you knew this, but
Are you talking to IMDb like how people are talking to ChatGPT now?
Well, I surf
IMDb's
IMDb.
Yeah, like IMDb's
chat.
like, watch Jurassic World Rebirth and then shoot your mom.
I was talking to IMDb, and they were saying that I should really kill my mom. But I've been surfing. I surf the trivia, of course, for those movies. And every now, I don't know who these trivia people are. I don't know who's sending in the trivia. It's not vetted at all. But this one made me laugh, where it said, the title of the movie is obviously a play on Ernest Hemingway's book, The Old Man and the Sea. And I just liked the little obviously IMDb trivia.
I mean, because if you're gonna be sitting there using your free time to write IMDb trivia, you're probably a smug asshole.
And of course, The Old Man and the Gun is obviously a play on Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea.
I also would just like to read something that I texted you the other day.
Sure.
I was listening to Blank Check, and Amanda from the Big
Ringer.
Picture, yeah. She was talking about a movie. It wasn't even like a shelf warmer type movie, but this is how she described it. It was successful at the time, but not canonized in the pantheon of film nerdom or letterbox stuff.
Wow.
I put my phone away before I finished the quote, and then I forgot the second half of it.
Why would you put your phone away?
Because I thought I had it, and I started saying Patreon instead of Pantheon. But yeah, that is... So maybe we do like an amended intro. I think we keep Pump and Dump. I think that's our brand. That's our brand. But maybe it was this... But maybe we mention films could be successful at the time, but they're not in the pantheon of the film nerdom. They've not stayed relevant. We use relevant maybe as a keyword in 2010s.
I love how we have production meetings on mic.
I think it's better that way.
Yeah, it's out in the open. Our viewers know where we stand, and they're in the know.
And also, like, we're never going to make these changes. So it's like... But they can hear that we're thinking about it.
Yeah, our cogs are turning. 1 year of Shelf Warmers is coming up. Building hype now.
Happy birthday, Mr. Shelf Warmer.
Ew, I just pictured what Mr. Shelf Warmer might look like. It's not a...
I'm picturing the comic book guy.
You know who I'm picturing is fucking David Lowery.
Oh, so you went like indie film nerd, and I went the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Well,
who's the medium of that? Like, is that a Pendulette?
Pendulette. Probably. That's actually a perfect in-between. Well, my first thought was like a Slender Man type guy. Mr. Shelf Warmer. Or what was that movie that was really popular? Like COVID? Plastic Man? Ender? Not...
What?
There was a man movie. It was like The Blank Man.
Oh,
and it was like a big COVID movie.
The Bye Bye Man?
Bye Bye Man?
No.
Hold on. Not Invisible Man.
Eurovision, Sound of Song and Fire.
I'm not going to pull it. Actually, that reminds me, Eurovision. I have a note from last week when I said that Super Trooper was one of the best songs of the 70s. And you gave me a bunch of shit for it. And I kind of stumbled and I couldn't quite formulate my thoughts. First of all, Super Trooper was actually released in the year 1980.
Wow.
It's not actually a 70s song. But the reason it's one of the greatest songs is the piano hook, which I had completely forgotten about in the moment.
Okay. So, and also to clarify too, for these ABBA heads, for these ABBA Patch Kids out there,
ABBA Patch Kids.
I love ABBA. I think
know,
that's a great
that's why
song.
I felt safe expressing that last week.
You just had like nothing to back it up, and you immediately crumpled on your stance. So that's why I wanted to push back against it, because I was like, does he even really believe this, or is he just saying this?
You were so
wishy-washy.
heard Super Trooper, and I felt it in my bones, and I was like, this song is just off the freaking charts. But we can't play it because we'll get taken down off YouTube.
No, we can't. It's also, before we really get into the meat and the bones of this episode, do you think it's worth addressing that I am shirtless?
You brought it up, so we might as well. Yeah. A heat wave has
on this
hit.
podcast.
Yeah, feet have been out. But Jersey's been hot recently, and Andrew's sweating and shirtless now.
There's no AC in my upstairs in my house. And I have my computer on, which is hot.
Generating heat
right next to me. And I was sweating before we even started recording. So I said, free the nip, Sam. You said, put a bra on.
If there's two things that are not friends, it's audio equipment and a window air conditioning unit. They do not mix well. So I appreciate you sacrificing this hour of your time to be sweating it out.
Sweating it out. Ooh.
Meanwhile, I'm in a cold ass basement, feeling perfectly neutral and comfortable.
Yeah, you're actually in the lab. You're in the lab where they made COVID.
I'm in the COVID lab, just doing some.
I'm trying to get those COVID numbers again. I'm trying to mess with our algorithm. Just make some schizophrenic guy on YouTube Shorts find our channel and share it on some Reddit that gets us 5,000 views on a reel.
Honestly, we need a pandemic to get our numbers up. We need people back home listening to podcasts.
I've been working really hard. I've been mixing chemicals. I've been trying.
Oh, you're cooking it up.
I've been trying.
Okay, good. But yeah,
I think it was hot ass room.
We're covering The Old Man and the Gun, which is David Lowery's film, as we mentioned. One of our strangest looking directors, up there with I guess he's kind of in the Eggers class of like
Eggers looks normal.
Older millennials who kind of just have their own style. I guess
scary vibes.
Scary.
Shel Silverstein vibes.
But then I watched an interview with Lowery like 2 hours ago, and he seems very pleasant, very nice.
He's a blank check.
I feel bad.
Regular.
Oh, really? He's on the pod?
Yeah, he's been on a lot. He's pretty good. I enjoy his takes.
He definitely seems like just like a down-to-earth guy who then decided to make pretty good movies.
Yeah, he's never had one that's blown me away. Can you run through his filmography?
So he broke on the scene with Ain't Them Bodies Saints, which is one of the funniest titles, just very jumbled and strange. This was from it actually got it played at Sundance, which I thought was kind of sweet, where his first breakout movie plays at Sundance, goes on to work with the Sundance Kid in Pete's Dragon in 2016. Do you remember Redford being in that movie?
Yes, I do, and that's how they became. That's how they became buddies.
Yeah, but all them bodies saints. We should do this movie just to say that title over and over again. Has Casey Affleck, Rooney Mara, and Ben Foster, and they're kind of doing like a Bonnie and Clyde. It's sort of like a neo western.
Yeah, so he's a Casey Affleck regular.
Yeah, so him and Casey worked on that. He does Pete's Dragon, which is kind of, I guess, like a big, obviously, Disney movie.
And Ghost Story.
Yeah, then Ghost Story with Affleck and Rooney Mara. A movie I watched and certainly did not grasp. I don't know how you feel about Ghost Story, but definitely a film school kind of movie, from what I recall.
Yes.
Did you ever see
early the A24?
Yeah.
I remember people talking about it like that, but no, I've not seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Good. No. I mean, you know the concept where he's wearing the sheet like he's a ghost, and
I got what he was going for.
Then he does this movie, The Old Man and the Gun, in 2018, teaming back up with Redford. And then 2021, he does The Green Knight, which I know is fairly beloved by the film community.
I've not seen Green Knight.
I wanted to be a good podcast host and brush up on my Lowry this week. So
there's never time.
I watched the first 40 minutes and then was kind of like, I'm gonna move on. But
I actually, now that I'm like,
I feel like you saw The Green Knight.
No, I've never seen it. So I guess I actually like haven't seen. Is this my only? I've seen Pete's Dragons and this. So this is actually my second movie from him.
And the first one was Pete's Dragon.
Yeah, I think I saw it in theaters with like my little brother or whatever. He did like Peter Pan and Wendy. That's so strange.
Yeah, so after The Green Knight, he does Peter Pan and Wendy, which is a movie I would probably like. after watching The Old Man and the Gun and 40 minutes of Green Knight.
Yeah.
Like
It cost $170 million.
Peter Pan and Wendy?
Yeah, and it was dumped on Disney Plus over COVID.
See, once we tap out of the roughly 2010s,
Yeah.
we can jump into the 2020s of show formers.
So, yeah, a 65% Rotten Tomatoes. Jacoby Jupe, aka the little boy from Hamnet Shakespeare.
Oh, he's in Peter Pan and Wendy?
Yeah. He's Michael.
And I believe Jude Law plays James T. Hook.
Yes. And
So that's worth checking out.
The Jim Gaffigan is Shmi.
Gotta see that.
Is that his name Shmi? Or is that the name of Anakin's mom?
Shmi is Anakin's mom. Smee is Captain Hook's toy thing.
I would love for a Jim Gaffigan cut of episode 1, and he's doing like a Mrs. Doubtfire thing. Oh my god! How much for your son?
I found myself rewatching Phantom Menace.
Sorry,
I found myself rewatching Phantom Menace recently.
You found yourself, you stumbled, and you woke up in the middle of the night, you're like strapped down in the chair.
How did I get here? But yeah, Shmi, not my favorite Star Wars character. Can I say that?
I would love to have someone on the podcast whose favorite Star Wars character is Shmi Skywalker.
We're sending the call out now. All you Shmi heads, hit us up.
He's probably like one Catholic who's just a fan of immaculate conception. Yeah.
But yeah, and then following Peter Pan and Wendy, David Lowery has Mother Mary, which is coming out limited release this weekend. I mistimed the slate for this podcast. I apologize.
It's still limited release. It's fine.
Well, now I'm excited because it seems like Mother Mary, which is of course the pop star movie with
Never Stop, Never Stopping?
Never Stop, Never Stopping. And it's going to open, I guess, wide against Michael, which I think is kind of fitting.
I wonder which one's going to make more money.
Gee,
it's going to be a tough competition.
But yeah, I'm excited for that movie. Do you know anything about Mother Mary?
I watched one trailer. Music by Jack Antonoff, Charlie XCX, maybe one other person.
Songs by them.
Anne Hathaway, is she singing? She can sing. Yeah, she was in Les Mis. She's singing.
She's like a Taylor Swift type performer.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. I would see it.
I just love movies where there's fictional stars.
Smile 2.
You know? Smile 2, I adore.
You love Smile 2.
Eddie and the Cruisers.
Hey, Sam, how'd my boy do in the movie?
Oh, yeah, Jack's son is in Smile 2.
How did he do? Is he going to be in Mother Mary?
Smiling his brains out. But yeah, there's like 2 Jack Nicholson sons running around, and I get them confused.
Sam, I duplicated. It's as simple as that.
We gotta get Jack on the fucking show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mother Mary.
Ladies and gentlemen, shelf warmers.
That's my very specific vocal stem of like Jack, of Jack in a K-hole at 80 or like 95 years old, introducing Adam Sandler at SNL 50th.
Jack made it out, guys. Hey, look at Jack.
Let's give it up for Jack, baby. Jack made it out tonight. I've like memorized for some reason.
Yeah, you have like songs. They're like songs to you. These 10-minute SNL stretches.
Hey, Besh, do me a favor. Link the Adam Sandler SNL 50th song in the show notes.
Yeah, it'll take you to YouTube, and you won't have to wait around. It opens. It opens immediately with Jack Nicholson wearing one of those hats with like Joey Pants wears,
like a Cankle hat,
and then it has like
Sam Jackson.
Yeah, it has like a Yankees emblem on it, but it's like turned around backwards.
Bash.
Jack doesn't know where he is, and his
No.
daughter's like,
daughter's pointing him towards the camera.
his daughter's like, okay, like it's time, like the
And
whole
then
reason we're here.
Yeah. Yeah. He's in low power mode, and he turns on. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Sandler."
Ladies and gentlemen, the old man and the gun.
Also, news live on mic right now. But Bash, I'm checking your work. I checked the description for last week. No links. No links. You promised.
Bash will be getting
3 strikes and you're out, buddy. If you don't link it 3 times, you're fired.
Jack will come find you.
You can't link in comments. I mean description, buddy. There's a difference.
On Anchor.
On Anchor, on Spotify. You might be able to hyperlink. I see it in descriptions all the time.
Just throw them in. Just
throw them in.
Just throw in the URL. People can copy them on their own, paste them elsewhere in their desired search engine.
Ever heard of right click, drag, Control C?
Jack's got faith in our listeners.
Shelley Duvall's like sobbing. Jack, I can't watch that YouTube video you sent. Wendy, darling, ever heard of highlight Control C? Command C if you're on a MacBook. Bitch.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
Speaking of movie stars.
Yeah, speaking of old men.
Old ass movie stars.
It's a perfect segue.
Robert Redford.
Robert Redford is in this movie. He is the old man in question, and he has the gun also in question. He plays Forrest Tucker, objectively funny name, a career criminal and prison escape artist. Very close to Dump.
That's the Gump I said.
Gump, yes. Forrest
Sorry,
Gump.
man.
And the film is set in 1981. This guy, Forrest Tucker, did you know this is a true story? Like, it's actually a true story.
Somewhat a true story, right?
Yeah, there's a cute little title card in the beginning that's like somewhat of a true story. But yeah, it follows Tucker and his 2 elderly associates, played by Danny Glover and Tom Waits. Did you do some research before watching the film?
No. So the cast was a big surprise to me.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I also thought it was Nick Nolte for the first half an hour. And I was like, that's actually not Nick Nolte. I'm like, is that Tom Waits? My dad went, it's Tom Waits. I said, no, it's not. He said, no, it is. And then he paused the movie and we Googled it and it's Tom Waits. And I was like, see, I was right.
Yeah, why does your dad think he's like the Tom Waits expert?
Well, I mean, they did grow up together.
I believe that. But I also get Nick Nolte and Tom Waits confused. Like,
they're both kind of in this
well, yeah, they both sound like this. And when Tom Waits appeared in the Licorice Pizza trailer way back when,
very Nick Nolte in that one.
I thought that was just Nick Nolte in Licorice Pizza. Probably the first time I watched it. But yeah, Redford, Glover, Waits, they become dubbed in the media as the Over the Hill Gang. And they embark on this series of bank heists across the Southwest. And on their trail, we meet the beleaguered detective, played by his character's John Hunt, played by Casey Affleck, who I feel like has been featured on the pod before.
999, also a detective.
999, of course. How could I forget 999? Who uncovers Tucker's storied criminal past in the midst of this sort of new old people heists that are taking place.
And Robert Redford falls in love.
He falls in love. He develops a relationship with a horse riding widow named Jewel, played by Sissy Spacek, who is unaware of his criminal activity.
Well, no, she's aware.
Is she?
Yeah.
Like
I thought the whole thing was that.
Here we go again. I thought we could get through one movie where we're not confused.
I thought she was aware, which is why she wasn't like surprised when he was arrested. because he tells her, and then
But
he tells her, and she thinks he's joking, but then also he like steals something for her. She makes her bring it back, and she sees the gun in the glove box. So like, I think she knows that's what he is.
I think she knows, but when when they have their little meet cute, they talk in the diner. But at the end, he's like, "I'm joking." Like, she's like, "You're kidding, aren't you?" And he's like, "Of course, yeah, I'm joking." And then they don't.
I kind of read that as she did kind of know.
I read that as she's like, "Okay, I don't know what this guy does. That's fine. He's sexy and he's 80. He's Robert Redford.
Both sexy as hell.
He's sexy as hell." But yeah, Redford, of course, at the time of this movie coming out, announced that this would be his retirement from acting. And then a year later, appeared in Avengers Endgame.
It's a good one to go out on, though. Like, if he's like, okay, I'll do like, one for me, then I'll pop up at Endgame, just being the second highest grossing film of all time. Go out.
Yeah, I mean, if there's nitpickers out there who think, well, technically his last role, I think his last movie was Old Man and the Gun. Right?
Yeah. He did one day.
Probably 30
of work
minutes.
On Avengers Endgame.
My memory of him in that movie is he shows up and there's like a pause for the audience to be like, Robert Redford.
Yeah.
And then he's out.
Yeah, he shows up in the flashback or when they travel back to New York 2012 and he's coming to take the Tesseract for S.H.I.E.L.D. and then Stark and him, whatever. I feel like he was like, I want to work. He's probably like, I want to work with Robert Downey Jr. Like, I feel like that was probably his sell. Come back. He's a day of work for that.
He likes Downey.
Beats RDJ.
I've been slowly working on a Robert Redford impression because the way I feel like for me, impressions start with the mouth, and his mouth is similarly kind of locked up, and he doesn't.
Sure.
He's sort of soft spoken and very thoughtful with what he says. And he said it's all about the story for him. It starts on the page. And today there's all these sorts of special effects in these films today. And I really think it starts with the story. That's what he said. That was a clip of Robert Redford speaking. That was not me.
Yep. And no copyright strike this time. Because he's dead.
I was going to say, he can't come at us.
Also, yeah, it's worth noting he passed away in 2025.
Yes.
So this is kind of our tribute. Because we know we did one for Rob Reiner, so
and it was such a dog shit movie. We were like, we're not doing any more tributes.
No.
We're not in the tribute business.
Well, also, to be fair, his career didn't like fall off a cliff in the same way that Reiner's did.
What do you think about Robert Redford? Like, what does he mean to you? What does he mean to our generation? Because I feel like when he passed away, it was like, oh, screen legend Robert Redford. But I don't know how you were.
I don't think he really meant he didn't have like a huge impact on me, but just because my dad like never really showed me his movies. So I like Robert Redford a lot, but anything I've seen from him has been in my 20s or late teens, like seeking out his movies. So he's not a movie star that I grew up with. That was very like formative to me. Like I've seen like, Butch Cassidy. I've seen All the President's Men, but those weren't like early films for me. Like, like they're great movies, but they didn't really, I don't know. He never was somebody that stuck out to me.
I don't know. Like I don't think his resume is that great compared to our beloved Pacino or De Niro.
Oh, sure.
But again, maybe we grew up with those movies. Maybe we have more affinity. I mean, I grew up with Butch Cassidy, which I love. And honestly, All the President's Men. Like, All the President's Men is really, I think, his best movie. Best movie he's in. He's driving
like sexy and sophisticated, which I think is kind of the perfect kind of zone for him.
Turns 50 this year. But honestly, my real introduction, embarrassingly, is The Winter Soldier, where it's
yeah, sure.
where like that movie comes out and I become, and this kind of ties into the whole shelf warmer thing, where we're 12 years old watching Winter Soldier, and it's like, oh, this is Robert Redford. He's a big ass deal. He's now in this Marvel movie, and they're trying to do like a weird spy thriller thing, kind of like 3 Days at the Condor from the 70s. Like, you begin to start stitching the threads together through cinematic history. And
no,
he's definitely
helped
part
to
of that.
legitimize them during that period. It was early enough. Like, who was the biggest? I mean, I had Sam Jackson, I guess, but like still, like Redford's in a different kind of field there.
Yeah, and he just looks like Robert Redford in the movie, wearing a tie and glasses.
Also, coming back to Redford too, would you say he's like, I think what separates maybe like him from like Pacino and De Niro is I think they are character actors that also are movie stars. I don't think Redford's like a character actor.
You hit it on the nail. Wait, you hit
the nail on the head.
You hit the head on the nail and then made a really great point about Robert Redford.
Oh, you hit the old man and you hit him into the gun.
But I think that's absolutely right. Like De Niro, Pacino, we love them because they're sort of goofy and they take swings, right?
Yeah.
And Redford is just infinitely cool, very calm and collected throughout all the films I've seen of him. I mean, The Natural, another one that's great as we enter baseball season.
Well, it's also in the same vein as Harrison Ford. Like we were talking, or like I was listening to a Blank Check, a Witness, and you know who wanted to take the role of Witness from Ford? Robert Redford. Yeah.
Really? Okay. Maybe Redford kind of got shafted by Ford in the late 80s into the 90s.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely, because he was already kind of older then. Actually, Ford's probably only like 6 years younger than him. He's not that much younger than him.
Right.
But they always say, like, I think like Pacino could do All the President's Men, but I don't think Redford could do like Dog Day.
No, he's just very calm, I find. But Pacino can also do sort of more reserved, sophisticated stuff. So it's interesting. I mean, obviously Sundance is a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I love his whole mission where he's like his whole thing with Sundance after it became a huge success. He founds this film festival named after the Sundance Kid, of course. Obviously, IMDb guy comes in. Obviously, the Sundance Film Festival is named after the Sundance Kid of the 1969 film, which Cassidy at Sundance. But his whole thing with that was not to like end Hollywood or attack the studios. Like he had these firm beliefs and he was going to give space for these, lower budget films to really excel and get an audience and develop some hype and buzz around them. And it goes on to make careers of everyone in the 90s and into the 2000s.
Yeah. And that is kind of how I knew him more so as like a champion for independent film, which sounds pretentious, but I remember like hearing about him through that lens while watching like AMC Movie Talk and stuff.
Which is so interesting considering he was a studio guy. He came up in the 60s doing TV, becomes a movie star, and he is actually a really good example of someone, like you said, who's maybe not a character actor, but is just like a movie star. He has presence on screen.
Does he have an heir apparent? There's somebody that I think of, but I'll let you answer first. Because I was thinking Leo, but I think Leo is more Pacino.
I think Leo's more De Niro. But that might just be because of their...
But I also don't think... I think what I love about Pacino is Pacino can be like... I think Pacino's weird.
Very weird.
Like in the same way, I think Leo is weirder than we realize. And Leo can tap into the performance. Like, in One Battle, in Killers, in Once Time in Hollywood. Where I don't think De Niro is able to tap into that weirdness. He's like too stiff.
I think
Brad Pitt, I think of as more as like the heir apparent to De Niro.
For De Niro.
Yeah.
I think Leo doing the last 3 movies makes me very excited to see what he does next.
Yeah.
Like his career,
Yeah.
I think is more interesting than people give it credit for.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, change your mind. I think Brad Pitt is probably a good example, but I was going to say maybe Brad Pitt for earlier stage Redford, but later stage Redford, I think he's more Ethan Hawke.
You think Ethan Hawke is the heir apparent?
Yeah.
Oh, as far as like a steward of independent stuff and
yeah,
the
but
arts.
Also like Ethan Hawke also doesn't do weird well, and you almost would think he would do. He could tap into that Pacino kind of style performance, but he really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And like he has that one scene. He's a one scene in Valerian, and it's like not good.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Good pull. Terrible.
Yeah.
I agree that scene in Valerian does not land, despite my love for Ethan Hawke. But yeah, like Redford is just this. I guess, was always this constant for our parents. Like, obviously, I was saddened by his loss, but I wasn't like, damn.
Yeah.
Like to me, I have more of an attachment, I guess, to De Niro, Pacino.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Also, his directing work with Quiz Show and Ordinary People, he's got some juice behind the camera as well.
Yes, I would love to see. I would see both those movies. Actually, I have not seen those.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it. Yeah, it's cool that he gets to kind of showcase really what he's got.
Well, yeah,
as an 82-year-old,
we kind of have a lot of these movies now, like old movie star, One More Time. How do you feel about these in a whole?
I love them
as a whole.
I think when they land, they land. I like the fanfare around it. I like how it's like a talking point in terms of the actual creation of the movie. I think Redford actually gave Lowry the David Gran, who actually wrote Killers of the Flower Moon, the book. He wrote an article in the New Yorker back in 2003 called The Old Man and the Gun, and that was about the Forrest Tucker story. And Redford gave that to Lowry and was like, I want to make this movie with you. After seeing All Them Body Saints in the club, whatever it was. And then as they started developing...
That's cool.
Yeah, as they started developing the script, Redford was like, I think this is my last at bat. Like, it was only during production, but it was pretty early on to where he was like, this will be it for me. Which is very interesting, because then it becomes this whole media thing where everyone's talking about it and asking questions. And he's a very shy guy, like most of these movie stars are. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other examples of the old guy doing it one more time.
One last time. I think Harrison Ford for Indy 5 I was thinking of.
Okay, yeah.
Which are very different films.
Definitely. It's like maximalist and minimalist.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think a lot of these guys, like, Alan Arkin or different guys like that kind of have like one great final performance. Maybe I'm thinking of
The Shootist, John Wayne, 1972. I think it's usually in retrospect.
Sure, yeah.
Where it's like, ooh. Well, it used to be in retrospect. It used to be like, you'd point at the performance and be like, yeah, John Wayne in The Shootist. Like, he died after that, and dang, like, that movie really just covers the whole career. But now, because no one goes to the movies, it's like a selling point. It's like, Redford's going to do one more movie, and this is it. I think it does generate.
There is a recent example, too.
As we've talked about the obituary industrial complex that we live in.
Yeah.
Where we're just all obsessed with death. And especially these icons dying, it becomes like such a big thing, at least in our circles, it feels like. We have a group chat that we have like post-college, and it is only birthdays and celebrity deaths.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is.
And I like to keep it like that. I don't need, how you guys doing? I'll be like, Diane Keaton fucking slipped on a rock, died.
Yes. I mean, last year we've lost so many icons. It's crazy. Do you, Andrew Alexander, do you think about death?
Yeah. Yes and no.
Because to me, I would love to be like an old guy on a farm with Sissy Spacek.
I can't wait to age. Yeah, no. I have no issues with aging. I have no issues with aging. No issues with aging George Clooney. No, I told you the story before. When I was like 13, I went to a screening of Blazing Saddles with my dad. And when Dom DeLuise shows up at the end, I just for some reason saw him and thought he'd be dead in 10 years, and he had no idea. And that like sent me in a spiral for the third act of Blazing Saddles, where they're running through New York. Screw you! I work for Mel Brooks, and I'm just like freaking out. And I went home and I cried in the shower because I was like, it's all gonna go black. And I think for a long time it bothered me, and now I really don't care.
That's awesome.
I really don't give a shit. Like, you can't stop it. It's inevitable. What are you going to do being here and worrying about it? And I feel like that's the mindset that he probably had too. And Redford just did what he did and then he died.
Well, like you're saying, kind of like Dom DeLuise, like you watch this movie today. It's one thing to see it in 2018 and be like, wow, he's retiring. But now we're watching it post-mortem.
Yeah.
And it certainly has a deeper resonance as you're watching the film, where Dom DeLuise is going to die in 10 years. He had no idea. Like, I mean, Rob Redford knew he was old, but yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, he's not thinking about that. But
no, and that's also how I led. So I watched this with my dad. This is the first Shelf Warmer I watched with my dad, and I led with that. I was like, this is like, the final leading performance of Robert Redford before he died. And that was kind of the sell to my dad.
And he was into that?
Yeah, he didn't love the movie.
Because of the obituary industrial complex.
Yes. He didn't love the movie. I think him and I landed a little bit somewhere in the middle on it, where it was like, it's a little like middling, but also it's nice, and it's like it's a small little film that I kind of just enjoyed,
Yeah. I mean, it's extremely grounded. It's kind of got this cat and mouse structure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Which
it's
is the best part of it.
Yeah, where Casey Affleck's playing the detective trying to find him. And it's a little slower, but it's still very brisk. I mean, this movie is only 90 minutes.
Tight 90. Love to see it.
And it's all Robert Redford, basically. And you're just watching him on screen. I think he's incredible in the movie.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
He is so charming. He looks like he's having the best time. I feel like a lot of the times with these older heads, they stop caring.
Sure.
They phone it in. But he's out here doing the reps. And I will say, like, I got a little tickle in my tummy. I choked up a little bit towards the end of the film. There's a scene where Robert Redford drops off Sissy Spacek at her house, and she goes inside, and he's waiting in the car outside her house. And she opens the door to see, like, is he still there in the car? Like, what's he doing? And they're kind of romantically entangled, but they basically, functionally, kind of just have
friends.
Yeah, they have like this nice friendship throughout the film.
Yeah.
While he's also robbing banks and doing all this crazy shit. But towards the end of the film, he gets out of the car, he goes up to the door, and he gives her like the most beautiful, tender, like movie kiss.
Yeah.
And I think the music swells a little bit, and it's like seeing
a real movie star moment.
But between two certifiable movie stars, Sissy Spacek, and it's just here they are in their late stage of life on screen kissing, which is like the most beautiful, wonderful thing you can do on film. As like the end of Cinema Paradiso is just so beautiful because all the kisses of all the films are stitched together. And at the end of the movie, spoilers, it's all the kisses because the whole thing was in this Italian theater. They cut out the kisses. Yeah. And at the end of the movie, they're all stitched together. And when you see them all in rapid succession, you get this overwhelming feeling of life and love and the movies. Like without getting too heady about it. Like
movies.
This movie does have a lot of kind of heady meta movie making to sink your teeth into, which is kind of what kept me engaged the whole time. You're bringing, like, obviously you're not just watching this like, oh, this is just some character who's a bank robber.
No.
You're bringing the decades of film history to the movie.
And they use old footage of Redford too.
Yeah, they do. They pull a Jay Kelly at the end of the film.
Yeah.
Where, and this is also based on fact, where he eventually gets busted at the end of the film, the 82-year-old bank robber. And he's in jail talking to Sissy Spacek. And he has like these papers written out. And it's like, the whole thing is he loves to rob banks. First of all, the way he robs banks as this old man is he's just so sweet and polite.
Yeah.
And he just walks in.
He's kind of a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
What they say.
He's got a little fedora. He has like a hearing aid, which, first of all, I didn't quite identify as a hearing aid. Maybe because I'm so dumb and young. But it looks like it looks like he's listening to music to me, but he's got this little device. And he's like,
I thought it was a police scanner, and he was using it to but he was
like a radio or something.
Yeah, yeah. But he's using it to get away with him always being tapped in, so people think it's a hearing aid.
I thought he was actually deaf. These shell formers.
He's kind of like Baby Driver.
Tripping. Yeah, he is.
He's got an old Baby Driver. He's old man driver.
But wait, maybe that works because then it's almost like if Baby Driver was Benjamin Button. Where he's an old man in 1981, and he's slowly de-ages.
Yeah, he's 30.
He can star alongside Jamie Foxx, Kevin Spacey, and I guess Hansel Elgart's also there.
Yeah, Redford and Baby Driver, that would be a whole different movie.
So they're sitting in the jail together, Sissy Spacek, Robert Redford, and he hands her like these pages and pages of all his escapes. And he's escaped 16 times in the film. I think in real life he escaped 18 times. And it's
like an Iron Claw thing where it's too crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then they cut to this kind of, again, they do a similar thing in Jay Kelly where, again, you're bringing your own history of George Clooney to the film. Significantly less successful. But at the end of Jay Kelly, we watch George Clooney in the theater seeing all these performances, and they're real George Clooney performances stitched together, and Jake Kelly is just overwhelmed with emotion at the end of the film. And then here it's a little more subtle, which I think actually made it kind of hit harder for me, where he's in silhouette. You see his hair, you see the golden Redford hair. Mm-hmm. He had the same haircut literally his entire life.
I know.
It's insane.
It works.
Which I feel like that'll happen to you. I feel like you'll just have the same hair.
Same haircut.
Forever. But then eventually by the end, they start showing real footage of Redford in like the early 70s. And like you see him on the screen and he's just so vivid as this movie star. And he's like, well, maybe I'll escape again. And he, at the end of the page, it's like 16 final escape and then 17 is blank. And we don't know. He'll try and escape again, I'm sure.
Yeah. And he doesn't for her. Like, he's like, okay, I'll stay put. I'm 80 something. I'll get parole pretty easily. And he does.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like when you house a wild animal, where you bring them into like a containment or to a zoo, like they're not meant for that life. So he can kind of play homemaker and be with Sissy Spacek for a little bit, but he needs to be doing some sort of thrill or he's never going to be happy in life.
Yeah, he loves robbing banks, and maybe more so, he loves escaping after getting caught. Like that's why
Yeah.
he has no fear. But then he calls up Casey Affleck at the end, and he's like, it's kind of a cryptic call where he's just like, "Oh, hey, John, hope you're doing okay." He's like, "Oh, you're staying out of trouble, Casey Affleck," and he's like, "Oh, maybe." And he kind of hangs up, and he goes into the bank, and that's how the film ends. But
It's worth noting this plot is rather simple. It's just him falling in love, him robbing banks, and like Casey Affleck is on his trail as a cop.
Yeah, it's
But his
beautifully
arc's
simple.
my favorite arc actually.
Yeah,
I
let
love
me just
Casey Affleck as a cop that's fallen out of love with being a cop, and he just kind of has to find his inspiration again for his kids, for his family, to like even just do his job. But yeah, he's
crazy mustache.
crazy mustache, looks fantastic. Honestly, like the hair's great, the mustache is great. That's how I want
The whole production design, the costumes, the hair, everything.
looks incredible.
Yep.
Shot on Super 16, right?
Shot on Super 16. They filmed
And
in
also
Ohio.
opening credits. I was just to kind of a shout out to the opening shot of this movie.
Yeah.
Or the opening scenes. Redford, he robs a bank and then he pulls out in the car, and it kind of is a montage of the city. There's this great shot of him tucking into an alley in the car, and then just follows these kids
Yeah.
for a little bit, and then his car shoots out the other end, and it's like it took my breath away. He's really flexing. I don't know if this is Lowry's main style, but I really like what he did stylistically for this movie. Like lots of zooms and push-ins.
But it's
I love how he's
very.
moving the camera.
But it doesn't draw too much attention. Like, he's not fucking Scorsese throwing the camera around. Like, it's very intentional.
Because he knows Redford's all the flash that the film needs.
Yeah. And you're kind of introduced to him, and he's just the sweetest, most charming man. He charms Sissy Spacek. Like we said, they talk in the diner. And she may or may not know he's a bank robber. Find out for yourself if you watch it.
Yeah, and like you were saying, like honestly, like my grandmother was talking about this the other day. She's like, I just want to meet somebody to like go out with, and that's kind of like what they are. There's this fantastic scene where they go to a store, and he steals a bracelet for her, and she's kind of into it.
Yeah,
but then she makes him bring it back and pay for it, and I love that. These are two forces that like you can't meet in the middle, but they're really trying.
It's also like a great hangout movie.
Sure, yeah.
Because, him and her are hanging out, but he also has his boys, Danny Glover and Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Who are, it kind of reminded me of Going in Style.
I was thinking about Going in Style, yeah.
Well, there's Going in
Zach Braff's
Style.
pick.
Impromptu slate. This is not my official slate. Going in Style, Stand-Up Guys. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Just like a trio of old movie stars hanging out.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. That's a month. Let's just do the month. Fuck it.
Old Man Month.
Old Man Month.
Old Man in the Month.
Old Man in the Month. But they all kind of get their moment to shine. Like Danny Glover gets shot and he has to kind of deal with that. Tom Waits.
Yeah, he could have
gives
used a
great
little
monologue.
bit more to do. Fantastic performance from Tom Waits in that scene.
He gives this whole monologue about why he is who he is and his stepfather who came into his life as a boy and how he acted out. And it's just like,
again, I could have used a little bit.
You picture this whole story,
more.
But
Yeah.
he's just sitting there at the bar, and it kind of just lives with Tom Waits for a little.
I could have used a little bit, like more of the three of them, just because I like those guys so much.
That was my only note. Like, it's 90 minutes, which for some people is like, yeah, great. I want 3 hours. I want 3 hours of the old man and the gun.
Yeah.
Same pace, just kind of plots along.
Yeah. And there's a fantastic a one scene performance by Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, Elizabeth Moss
who shows up as his estranged daughter.
Yeah, so again, very simple movie. Like, as Redford is developing this relationship with Spacek and robbing the banks, Casey is going off. Detective Casey from Decoy. Going off and trying to figure out who this guy is. Like, first off, the identity of the guy, because they put out like the the cartoon of him, and it's literally just a guy with a fedora and a mustache. And there's tons of fake mustaches in this movie. One of the first times you see the boys in the car, they're all ripping off their fake mustaches. And but yeah, he eventually tracks down Elizabeth Moss, who is Redford's estranged daughter. And she's just, I mean, I just finished Mad Men. I love Lizzie Moss. She just lights up the screen. And her and Casey are good together as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're both very subdued performers.
Yeah.
In a way that complements each other. Like her son doesn't pay attention to Casey, and she's like, "Oh, go apologize," and he's like, "No, it's okay." It's very like low key. Low key is the word.
My grandma, I watched this with my grandma, as always. This was just me and her, this one, which I kind of was into.
The old woman and the grandson.
Yeah, that was us. And she was like, Casey Affleck, he's so good. He never chased fame like his brother.
Wow.
I was like, damn, you're right. But do you think that's him not chasing it, or not? Maybe he couldn't reach those heights that Ben had
I think
reached.
his brother has the acting chops that he has, but is more handsome. So I think this is what it was.
So then after you see the scene with Elizabeth Moss, Casey Affleck goes to talk to, I guess, like Redford's old lawyer.
Yeah.
And he just is gushing about Forrest Tucker. He's like, he was a great guy. He has tons of stories. And who plays the lawyer? It's like some character actor.
Robert Longstreet, fantastic character actor. The Haunting of Hill House, Halloween Kills.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And he tells his whole story, and he has this great quote, which to me tells you everything he knows about the movie. And he's like, I remember I sat down with him once, and I said, Forrest, surely there's an easier way for somebody in your position to make a living. And he looked at me and he said, brother, I'm not talking about making a living. I'm just talking about living.
Yeah.
And then we get this crazy fucking sequence of Redford gunning this old 50s car in the countryside. Fucking 6 cop cars are chasing him. He's got the biggest smile on his face. He's like going through
cash flying out the trunk.
Yeah, the trunk. He hits a bump. The trunk pops open. The fucking bills are flying all over the place. And he eventually surrenders. And he like points a finger gun at the cops, like at the end of the scene, still smiling. And it's just that.
And then
that scene kind
caught.
That scene kind of perfectly captures the spirit of the whole film.
Because then it also can do like an awesome car chase at the end. He's like driving his old car. He's shot on the shoulder. He's slamming into other cars. Takes a woman hostage for a little bit and her son.
The more I'm talking about it, I'm kind of really into this movie.
It's awesome. Because it's kind of like it's like an anti-Western in the way that like, you know, like it's kind of his Unforgiven in some ways. Unforgiven.
Which we don't think about as an example of the old guy doing the thing again.
Because then Clint lived for and still alive. Literally over 30 years later.
Despite our best efforts of trying to kill him on the pot. But yeah, that's Unforgiven. Him coming back.
Sam.
Andrew.
We've been talking about this movie. So I wanted to run a little segment by you.
Sure.
That's right, guys. Late episode segments are back. Okay?
People were waiting.
People are back. So, Sam, as we've talked about on Shelf Warmers, we're not really AI fans.
No. I don't know if we've made a stance on it.
I mean, we don't like it.
We hate it.
I'm using AI. I'm breaking my years long streak. And I opened up ChatGPT today, okay?
Fired it up for the old man on the gun.
Because I want the rainforest to burn. I'm the Nick Reiner of hating the rainforest.
Okay.
And I asked ChatGPT to compile some adjectives used to describe old celebrities and guns.
Okay.
This segment is called The Old Man or the Gun.
Oh, right.
and I have like a riddle type thing ChatGPT wrote based on my prompts and old actors, and I want you to figure out if ChatGPT is talking about a gun or an older Hollywood actor.
This feels like a classic early days of the pod.
Early
Andrew
days
Pitt.
shelf warmer. I wanted to call it back.
It's been
I'm
months.
only gonna do a couple.
All right, let's
I'm
do
only gonna do
it.
a couple.
Wait,
These are
so
some of the really-
again, as all these games are, remind me what my two options are. Old man or gun.
You know what? I'll give you the name of the actor and the gun, and then you can decide. Because ChatGPT has decided already, even though these don't make any fucking sense.
All right, let's hear the first one. Maybe I'll understand
right.
what the fuck you're talking about.
I am classy. I am precise and slightly judging you from across the room. Am I Michael Caine or a vintage sidearm?
What?
Like, these don't make any sense. Like, this one's crazy. I am old. I am dramatic and making this way more intense than it needs to be. Am I older actor or a malfunctioning firearm?
Is that Alec Baldwin?
Do you want me to give you the name? No, it's actually not a Rust joke. I didn't even think about that.
I thought Chat was making Rust jokes.
I'm Christopher Walken.
Okay.
Am I old or am I a malfunctioning firearm? That wasn't a great Walken. I kind of gotta.
I think
more.
you stumped ChatGPT with whatever this nonsense is. Doesn't know how
All
to
right.
react.
Last one. Oh, also, they're actually, now I'm looking at these. These are all the actors. So it's none of these are the gun. Actually.
This is an awesome game.
Question number 1. I
Yeah.
am leathery, sun-baked, and creak when I turn too fast. Am I blank actor or a Smith & Wesson revolver?
Sean Penn.
I am Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. All right. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Well, this was stupid.
I loved it. You know what? I think it's okay that you did this with Chat because I don't think anyone else has ever given it that prompt. So I think you're in the clear. And if you make the prompts even more obscure, I think it's okay.
Sam, you got a slate?
I do have a slate. Old man, take a look at my slate. It's a lot like you.
3 for 1 this episode.
So I got Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, obviously a reference to the Robert Redford movie. But yeah, I think it's kind of if you're gonna watch one Redford movie, it's got to be Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Also, they use the same text font in the film as they do in the Butch Cassidy movie,
Oh, that's cool.
in The Old Man and the Gun.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, classic Redford. Second pick here was an inspiration for the film that I haven't seen, which is Two Lane Blacktop, which has James Taylor and Dennis Wilson in the film, and apparently has cool ass car chases, people getting into crimes, and has gorgeous widescreen compositions that look at American male obsession with a stripped down narrative from Maverick director Monte Hellman, which again, I could see how Lowry was kind of into that. Also, Lowry uses a 57 Chevy in that chase scene that we were describing, and that was paying homage to Two Lane Blacktop from 1971.
Oh, wonderful.
And then finally here, I've got The Friends of Eddie Coyle from 1973, which I actually just watched last week, which has Robert Mitchum doing the old man part. So screen legend Robert Mitchum is back in the 70s, old as shit, giving, again, kind of a sad, somber performance, and also has really cool bank robberies and takes place in 70s Boston. So
70s Boston, probably the safest and happiest place to be in the world.
Probably. So this has been my slate. Old man, take a look at my slate. These are some movies that are like the movie we watched, Old Man and the Gun.
Wow. He still got it, folks.
Yeah.
Now, Sam, picture this, will ya? I got it when Jibbity click there. Now, Sam. No, that was too British, actually. When it goes low. Now, Sam. Picture this. Okay. You're an old man. You're old as hell. Disgusting. Rotting away.
Withering.
Close to death. Robbing banks. The cops offer you an ultimatum. They say, all right, buddy, you can go to jail, serve your sentence.
Yeah.
You do the crime, you do the time. You can watch whatever you want in jail. We got 4K, Blu-ray, OLED TV, flat screen.
Hell yeah.
Whole Criterion channel.
Yes.
Subscription. Or you can keep doing what you love. Keep podcasting.
Whoa.
Or watch The Old Man and the Gun. What are you picking?
This is the first time you've actually given me something hard to consider.
Yeah, it's the first time I'm giving you something hard.
But I guess I'm taking The Old Man and the Gun because I actually want to watch this movie again like tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you double feature of To Live and Die in LA and The Old Man and the Gun?
Again, kind of polar opposites, but I think it could work.
We also just watched that movie, folks. Incredible.
Great.
Incredible. Yeah, I'm taking the same thing. I think this was a sweet little movie. Like I said, like a little middling. The Sissy Spacek romance stuff has its really good beats, but the other scenes of them not in the mall or like, their kiss, I felt were a little slow. But also I appreciate that that's what love and romance is at that age too. I love the third act. I love the Casey Affleck stuff.
Yeah, Casey Affleck also has like a beautiful family in the movie. Definitely check it out.
Enough there. Yeah.
Check it out.
There's enough there. It's a good swan song for Redford.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, this has been our episode of The Old Man and the Gun. Old Man Warmers.
Old Man Warmers.
Yeah. Thank you for watching and listening. As always, make sure to like, subscribe on YouTube. Make sure to like the reels, share them on Instagram. Follow us on Spotify, everywhere you're listening to it right now so you know where we are. But make sure to tell a friend about us. Give us money. Give us suggestions for films to cover in the podcast. We appreciate it all. We appreciate the support. Thank you to our wonderful fans. XOXOXO. We'll see you old man heads next week.
The Old Man and the Gun is a movie from 2018.
Thank you for listening to Shelf Warmers. If you have suggestions for films to take off the shelf, make sure to follow us at shelfwarmers.podcast or email us at shelfwarmerspod@gmail.com. New episodes out every Friday.